Ladies and gentlemen, the Nintendo Switch being a hybrid console is in fact very impressive. You can take it on the go, or you can dock it and play it like a home console. But the area where the Nintendo Switch takes the biggest hit is in the graphics. It is not as graphically impressive as some of the competitors. That doesn't mean there isn't some good looking games on the Nintendo Switch. So today we're going to go over what the best looking games on the Nintendo Switch are. My name is Robot Joe and I'm your host as always. Let's go ahead and get started. So my channel has become synonymous with top 10 Switch game lists, whether top 10 open world or just top 10 best games or just, I put a lot of work and effort into these lists and these videos when I make them. But today I thought it would be fun to do something a little different. I have found a list that goes over the best looking Switch games, so I thought it would be fun to react to this list together and see if we agree with these, what we would add, what we would take away, because I am working on another top 10 Switch game list right now, and it's a lot of work. It should be out tomorrow, so I thought it would be fun to do something kind of a little easier today. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Make sure you hit a like and subscribe before we get started. Follow me on Instagram so we can keep the community growing, and let's get right into this video. So I have found this list over at nintendolife.com. Best Nintendo Switch graphics, the most beautiful Switch games. We're going to go over these and we'll see if we agree. The first one they have is Luigi's Mansion 3. And without a doubt, this would definitely have to be on my list, probably near the top. When I had the first version of the Switch, I used to think this game was so freaking beautiful, and it was amazing. And then when I finally had got a Switch OLED, I didn't have this game anymore, but the first game that I bought after the Switch OLED was Luigi's Mansion. And to replay it on the Switch OLED was like a night and day difference. It truly blew my expectations out of the water, and it was just freaking beautiful, and it was amazing. And it let me know that some of the games on the Switch that don't look good can in fact look good, because this game looked great. They also have the Tourist on here, and I remember I put this in a Switch games list, but I can't remember what it was for, maybe Hidden Gems or something like that, but this game actually does run at 60 frames per second. And again, this is one of the, if not the best looking game on the Switch. It's unreal. It doesn't even look like you're playing a Switch when you play this game. Like when you're in the water or just walking on the beach or just the colors. It's just one of the most graphically impressive games on any console. I mean, this can go right up against some next gen stuff, and I'm not exaggerating. It truly looks amazing. You slap this thing in a Switch OLED, you're gonna feel like you're playing a next gen Nintendo console. Kingdom 2 Crowns. So this is a game that I have not heard of. While 2D pixel art games are 10 a penny, few of them are quite as breathtaking as Kingdom 2 Crowns. Performance might not be perfect, but one look at the wondrous reflections, subtle lighting, and sheer detail in the ever-changing landscapes of this game is enough to forgive and forget any frame rate hiccups you might encounter. Yes, this is a game I'm definitely gonna have to look into. So they have the first Octopath Traveler on here, and while I will agree that this is one of the best looking games on the Switch, the second one blows this one out of the water. This was one of the first Switch games, so I will give them a bunch of leeway, but the second one, man, it's just unreal. The graphic style is called HD 2D graphics, and it's one of my favorite callbacks to retro gaming, but in modern gaming. It's amazing. So they also have Astral Chain on here. This was a game that was recommended to me after a top 10 Switch game list I made. You guys recommended this in the comments, and boy howdy, was it a good one. This game is freaking amazing. The graphics are beautiful, the colors and the landscapes are next to none, and not only that, the gameplay in the game, the story, whatever, is freaking amazing. This is without a doubt a top 10 or top 15 Switch game, and easily deserves to be on this list. They have The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, and I do think this game looks good. The first time I played it, I really enjoyed it, but I didn't finish it like the last hour for some reason. After that, I went and played the original Link's Awakening on Nintendo Switch Online service or whatever, so I wanted to go back and replay this. Replaying it, I noticed there was like some frame rate issue. I guess I was more critical the second time playing it, but regardless, the game looks beautiful, and I like this remake. I think it's fun, I think it's neat, and I think it is one of the best Zelda games of all time now, I truly do. And I'm curious to see if we'll get other Zelda games in this art style. Wow, they have Raymond Legends Definitive Edition. This was the first Switch game I think I ever went and purchased. Like, I got my Switch, and I think I got Mario Kart or something, and then I went out to Best Buy and found it for like $20 or something like that, and I bought it, and it was okay. The gameplay was alright. It wasn't bad by any means, but maybe if I played it now, I'd probably appreciate it more. But I will say the graphics were really, really good. I love the colors that they had in this game and the effects when you do stuff. So far, out of all the games, this is the one that I would say deserves to be taken off if there's something better. Gris. This is a really, really cool game. Back when I had like 1,000 subscribers or something, probably like 5 months ago, I made a video about the most expensive Switch games of all time. And the physical version of this game, maybe it's a collector's edition, I can't remember, but it was like $300, which is crazy. That being said, the graphics and gameplay is beautiful. It has like that weird watercolor paint that bleeds and changes depending on what you're doing in the game. And I think this game is actually very, very impressive. Townscaper. I made a video about like the top 10 cozy games on the Switch, and I think this game narrowly avoided that list. Less a game and more a relaxing and thoroughly eye-catching plaything. Screenshots of Indie Kuro Townscaper are responsible for taking up approximately half of the storage space on the micro SD card lodged in our Switch at the present. That's gotta count for something. With the ability to alter the time of day in real time via the menu, we've lost many happy hours creating impossibly complex towns on the water and grabbing shots from all angles. That sounds like it deserves to be on here. Breath of the Wild. So this may be an unpopular opinion, may not be, but I'm near the end of Tears of the Kingdom. I'm thinking about making a video about it. I don't know. In the comments below, let me know if you want me to make like a review, final thoughts video on Tears of the Kingdom, because it's been like 3 months now. I think I enjoyed Breath of the Wild maybe more. I think it's more impressive than Tears of the Kingdom. I think Tears of the Kingdom is a better game, but it's not anything groundbreaking. You just have some new abilities and you can go in the sky or you can go below. Breath of the Wild felt more magical to me, and I think it absolutely deserves to be on this list. I think I would probably put it on this list over Tears of the Kingdom. Fast RMX. This, ladies and gentlemen, was in fact a Nintendo Switch launch title, and I don't know why, because why did we not just get some F-Zero stuff? This is obviously highly inspired by F-Zero. I will say, the graphics aren't bad. They do look good, and they were impressive as a launch game. Like, okay, the Switch can play games like this that have a bunch of stuff happening on the screen, and yeah, they look good. It can be on this list. I don't have a problem with that. So they have Super Mario Odyssey on here, and yes, this is a good game. Yeah, I think the game looks great. New Donk City, one of my favorite levels of any game of all time. It's seriously so fun. I wish they made a Mario game strictly around the location of New Donk City, like maybe expanded onto it, or like maybe made something where you're Mario and you're in a real world. That would be an amazing concept. Nintendo, hire your boy. But a game I would choose over this is Bowser's Fury, the add-on to Super Mario 3D World. Bowser's Fury is graphically amazing. It truly looks so freaking good, and out of any Mario game, that should have been on this list. So they have Ori and the Will of the Wisp right here, and it's funny that they have this on here because right here on my desk, I have Ori and the Blind Forest. People always recommend these games to me, and I do like them. I played Will of the Wisp, and I liked it, but people were like, oh, then play the Blind Forest. I can't get into this one for some reason. I don't know why. It's a good game, but I think Will of the Wisp was way better for some reason. Animal Crossing New Horizons. I wouldn't say this game is graphically impressive, but it is a damn good looking game. And yeah, I don't think I have a problem with this being on this list, especially when you have like multiple seasons. I think that's where this game really does shine, when you're going to like the fall or the winter. It's not anything too crazy, but it's one of those games where I don't have a problem with it being on this list. Ladies and gentlemen, in the comments below, let me know what game you think deserves to be on this list. I would seriously love to hear from you. The first two on this list are probably like my favorite. Luigi's Mansion 3 and The Tourist, those are probably the magnum opus for me for graphics on the Switch. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and remember, if you enjoy gaming news, gaming stories, and Nintendo Switch content, then you, yes you, are in the right place, so hit a like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, so let's keep this community growing and don't miss out on these cool giveaways we're doing, and I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace out.